get scared now. I be laughing so hard my stomach hurts. Oh, that hurt. Gotta pull my britches up. Welcome to Larry's World. Mother truckers, yeah. How we doing today, people? Can you dig it? Yeah. Welcome to this beautiful Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. Guys, let's thank God to be alive and let's rejoice and be glad in it. Somebody didn't wake up this morning, y'all. But you know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I gotta make a phone call to the man upstairs. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me make this phone call to the man upstairs. 1-800 Jesus. Jesus, what's going on, baby? Chit, 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 chit. Jesus Christ, save my life. Oh my God. Let me write that down. That's gonna step on toes. Yeah. I'm spelling stuff because I'm so excited. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. That's a good topic. Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Peace. Yep. Thank you. Bye. YouTube family, I got a good old topic for y'all today, guys. Today's topic is going to be, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. I'm going to say it again. Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Larry, what do you mean by that, guys? A lot of us in life, we tend to do things. And when I say take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, I'm not talking about literally like the stove and on that too, but I'm talking about like, let's just say for instance, you'll say something to somebody. You know, you might call somebody out of their name and say, oh man, you fat, you got a big head. And then somebody call you back and say, well, somebody call you out and say, man, you got skinny legs and you got a big stomach. See, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, meaning don't say certain things, don't do things if you know you can't handle it, guys. A lot of people I be here, they say, oh, I'm going to get married. Guys, there's a lot of responsibility to come with being married. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. A lot of people, they don't want to abide by what the husband or the wife say. You can't hang out all times of night when you're married. Therefore, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. A lot of us sign ourselves up for stuff and we can't do it. Some people are not meant to be married. Some people are not meant to be entrepreneurs. So therefore, if you want to start a business, just know, it's a lot of hard work. It can be done. But if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Meaning if you don't think you're fit to be a business person or entrepreneur, then stay out of the kitchen. If you don't think you are meant to be taking hits from NFL linebackers or playing football or basketball, and you worried about getting hurt, stay out of the kitchen. You know, some things in life are just going to happen, y'all. But what I need y'all to understand is, you gotta know what comes with the territory. If you have kids, you gotta know that something happens. You're responsible once they're 18. Okay, y'all need to understand that. So if you have a son, okay, and he goes out here and get a young lady pregnant, you are responsible for that. You are responsible for that. So if you don't think you can handle having children, don't just jump into something, guys, not knowing the consequences or the repercussions behind it. Everything comes with a price. So if you don't think you can take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. You don't think you can being married, stay out of the kitchen. A lot of people talk about they want a dog. You can't taking that dog to get shots and getting ringworm shots and all that right there. Don't have a dog. You can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen, man. It's just that simple. It's that simple, baby. Let's get on in here in this comment section, y'all. Let's get on in here. Let's see what's on y'all mind. I see a lot of y'all up there at the top playing peekaboo. But that's okay. Stay tuned. This message is probably for you. Get on in here. Let's talk about it. Y'all, I like to converse with the people. If you're going to get in, at least comment, say something. Come on in the comment section, y'all. But it's true, though. A lot of us like to do that. We like to play peekaboo and stuff like that. Another word for if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, what that basically means is, what's going on with you? Pickles too. What's going on with you? Hope you're having a great and marvelous day. Today we're talking about if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's what we're talking about today. Hope you're having a great and marvelous day. What you got going on for the day? I want you to tell me in your own words, what do you think I mean by if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen? What does that mean in your own words? What's going on, Juan? Let's give a shout out to Pickles2 and Juan. Hope y'all having a great and marvelous day. Hope everybody having a great day, y'all. We got to be realizing what we sign up for. That means biting off more than we can chew, y'all. That's what if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen means. If y'all don't know what that means. That means we signing up for stuff and we not really doing our homework on it. You got to do your homework on stuff, y'all, before we just sign up for stuff. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with getting married. There's nothing wrong with having children. But guys, we got to know once you get married, you sign that dotted line, you're saying I do. Through sickness or through health, through rich or poor, through death do you part. If you sign to get a house, you have to know if anything breaks down in that house, you are responsible. You are responsible. Okay, you are responsible for it. It's just that simple. If the shower break down, you got to fix it. You got to mow your own lawn. You are responsible. So you got to now weigh out the options. Do I want to get this apartment over here where they going to do everything? Or do I want to get this house where if something break, I got to fix it? If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. If you don't think you can handle the upkeep of a house, don't get a house. These are the things we got to think about right here. Michael, what's going on with you? Hope you're having a great and marvelous day. V3R1X, what's going on with you? Let's get on in the comment section. Josie the Truth, what's going on with you? Hope you're having a great and marvelous day. I was just down your way. I was just down in Mobile, Alabama. We were just down that way. We were just down there. Yeah, hope you're having a great day. Today, Josie, too, we talking about if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. A lot of us tend to like to do this right here. We like to put ourselves in certain situations. If we don't feel like we can handle it, we shouldn't even be going to these certain places. Just like a recovering crackhead. A recovering crackhead ain't got no business if he know he don't got off drugs going back to the crack house. If you don't feel like you can take the heat, don't go around that area. Just like on New Jack City. Y'all remember that movie New Jack City where Pookie went to rehab and stuff like that. He got off drugs, but then he went back in the crack house. If he knew he didn't think he could handle the pressure, he simply should not have went back. He tried to bust the other guys, but he ended up getting back on crack. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all wish everybody say hey to Josie the Truth. Junkhead 92, what's going on with you? Michael, what's up with you? Jamaica, yeah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, Josie. What you think about this topic right here? I want your input. I want everybody's input, but Josie the Truth, I'm asking you, what do you think about that right there? Yo, what's up, bro? What's the word today? Today's topic, man, we're talking about if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That's today's topic today, y'all. Like a lot of people, not saying y'all, but I've had people in the past that get in my live and they talk junk. They try to roast me, and then when I roast them back, they get mad. Hey, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. That means I give people what they give me. You know what I'm saying? When you give people a dose of their own medicine, it's to a certain degree, it means giving the people a dose of their own medicine, and it can mean signing up for something if you're signing up for something you know you're not ready, it's not gonna work. Now, if you're ready for it, then hey, by all means go for it. If you go into the military and you say, oh, I'm going because they got good benefits, then you find out you go over there, you're gonna get shot. Pop, 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 you find out you're gonna get shot. If you don't think you can take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. If you're worried about getting shot, going to war, then you have no business going to the Army. The Army is not for you. I don't know who this message is for. 6553, what's going on with you? So real, people always got to talk smack and dish crazy lines, but don't ever step up when they getting heat too crazy. Where are we? And that's it. Okay, what Josie True says. She said, that is what I think about it. Ain't ready and they see that out of the way. That's it. Thank you, Joseph True. But that's just like somebody might be, a kid might be getting bullied. They might be pushing this kid. He might be a nerd. Then that nerd turn around and whoop his ass. Hey, can't take the heat. Don't go in the kitchen. Now he don't put them bowls on him. See, he wasn't ready. Can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. That's why we got to be careful too cracking jokes, because you just never know. Somebody crack a joke back on you, now you get mad, now you ready to fight. Just like these comedians and stuff, they got to be ready for that. You know, you ever been to a comedy show or something like that, and a comedian might crack a joke? Now, if the guy crack a joke back on him, that comedian has to be ready. You crack a joke on me, I'm gonna crack a joke back on you. That's why when I go to comedy shows and stuff like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even go in the front. I don't go in the front. If you can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. That goes for them too. That goes for if you go into a comedy show or something like that, and you going up in the front. Why in the hell you go in the front? You know they gonna pick on you. Don't go in the front. If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. Stay your ass way in the back, or don't go in the comedy show at all. Some stuff, y'all, we just gotta learn to use our gift of discernment. Are you Jamaican, perchance? No, V Reeds, I'm not Jamaican, but thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for joining my channel. Let's shout out to you. It feels good to catch your live, Larry. Joseph Truth, I'm glad to have you in here. It's so glad for you to be able, it's so glad to have you on my live. All of y'all, I greatly appreciate all y'all. I'm from South Carolina. Where you from? But y'all, let's talk about this thing right here. I got a few people that's talking to me about this topic here. I want to know what y'all think about this. I want to know y'all's input on that. Why do us as people, not saying you persuade, but I'm just saying, why do us as people, why do we do this here? Why do we do this? It's just like if you hit a police officer, you know they ready to fight. You know they ready to take their anger out on you. If you can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. If you swing at a police officer and he swing back on you, be prepared to get knocked upside the head. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at that stuff right there. Rock Caplet, 2769, looking for a light flight right now. Funny see you dressed in your attire. Subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, man, Jamaica's a beautiful place. Yeah, man, it's beautiful. You can't take the heat, man. Stay out the kitchen. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's it. But a lot of us do that, y'all. I've been in certain situations, and I didn't realize when I got in it, and I'm like, well, what did I get myself into? Hey, sometimes once you get in that kitchen, your ass you're gonna burn up. Sometimes once you get in certain situations you can't get out of. That's why sometimes we have to think things out thoroughly, guys. Including myself. This is something that I have to work on sometimes. Sometimes we gotta work on these things. Yeah. I'm gonna use an example. I'm gonna just say it. Cam Newton is a prime example. The year we went to the Super Bowl, I don't know if y'all follow the Carolina Panthers. I'm from South Carolina, but the year we went to the Super Bowl, Cam Newton was dabbing on everybody. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was dabbing and dancing on people. And then I remember he had a press conference. They said, if you don't want me to dance, don't let me in. So he paid the price for that. In the Super Bowl, Von Miller them tried to take his head off. They tried to take that dude's head off. You know, if you can't take the heat, now when they giving it back to you, you get mad. We can't do that right there. You willing to dish it out, you got to be willing to receive the karma back. Cam Newton, I love you, but it's true. You did a lot that year, bro. And that's the reason why the refs and stuff didn't have your back. You dabbed on them, you danced on them and all that. So, hey, teams was gunning for you the next year. If you can't take the heat, you got to remember, what you do to somebody else, be prepared to have it back. Now, it was a little excessive, though. I'm not going to lie. You know, it was headbutting them and all that. All that wasn't called for. But sometimes people take things and they get carried away. The way you might lash out on somebody, they might lash out on you even harder. So we got to be real careful of stuff like that, y'all. Let's get on in here, y'all. Y'all talk to me. I've been a little bashful. Joseph Truth, you still there? Let's get on in here. Let's talk about this thing, y'all. I'm listening. I want to know some stories. Like I said, I can talk. I can get on here all day long, and I can talk. But it ain't about me, guys. I mean, I got to give y'all a brief description of certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? But this channel is for y'all. So when I get on here, I want to know what's going on with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on with y'all. Let's talk about this topic. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Let's get on in the comment section. Let's get in here. Yeah, y'all. I mean, I've been in situations like that. I had an incident one time. Me and the guy at camp, I had to be about 11. The boy was 13. We started. I pushed him. He pushed me. I pushed him. Next thing he pushed me. Next thing you know, he was beating me up. Next thing you know, nose all bloody. I had a bloody nose. If I couldn't take the heat, I shouldn't have got in the kitchen. I got my ass whooped. But I wasn't but 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? But I should have thought about that. I'm like, damn, I should have thought about it. If he pushed me and I push him, it's going to start a fight. So I wrote a check that my ass couldn't carry. See what I'm saying? A lot of people do this. A lot of people do this. Got to be real careful right here, y'all. Got to be very careful. And I'm going to be honest with you. We need to stay away from people like that too. You know what I'm saying? That like people that's real hot tempered, we need to stay away from people like that. Because a lot of people, they might be saying something. You might be at the bar, the club, dude might start popping off at the mouth. He's like, oh, you talking all that junk. Then he go out there and pull out a pistol and he gets shot. Now what? You can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. So that means when they lash out on you, you have to be ready for the consequences, y'all. When we say certain stuff and we lash out at people, we have to be ready for the consequences. Okay, and I'm gonna say something too. Police officers, y'all, this is not for all police officers. I'm gonna get y'all too, because sometimes with y'all be doing too much. I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes these police officers be doing too damn much. If you hit somebody and they pop you in your motherfucking, if they pop you in your damn face, I'm sorry, Lord, but if a person pop you in your face, you shouldn't have hit them. Sometimes these police officers be doing way too damn much. And I'm getting sick of the police brutality, man. Can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. So if you slap somebody, you pull them over, you start harassing them, and if they start goddamn giving you what they get in, hey, just let it be fair and square. You hit them first, they hit you back, it should be even. But you know that they normally take the police side anyway. We got to stop all this madness, man. There's enough madness going on in this world, man. Too much. And then we gonna talk about the physical part. If you cooking in the kitchen and you know the stove is too hot, then yo, don't be in the kitchen. Don't be in the kitchen trying to cook. The stove is too hot. You keep your ass out the kitchen. Go sit down. Put something in the microwave. Yeah. Let's get on in here, y'all. Take me a little sip of my Canada Dry. Yeah, I done been in a lot of situations that I regret. You know, I lashed out at people, and you know, I've been in trouble before. I've been to jail before, and I've said things and done things, and then I pay the consequences for it. If I couldn't take the heat, I should have stayed out the kitchen, which meaning if I didn't want no smoke, I shouldn't have never did the stuff that I did, y'all. A lot of us, and we all fall short of the glory. We all do this right here. We'll lash out at people. Then when somebody lash out at us, we get mad and we get caught in our feelings, and our panties get all caught up in the bunch. You can't dish it out. I mean, if you can dish it out, you got to be able to take it. That's just it. A lot of y'all, you want to go cheating on your significant other and stuff like that. You gotta be able to take it. You gotta be able to take it. If you cheat on your significant other or something like that, and they cheat back on you, hey, you deserve it. You asked for that. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. Make it make sense. And when they cheat on you, you get mad. But it's okay for you to cheat on him or her. You can't take the heat. Don't go in the kitchen. You don't want that smoke back? Stay in your damn lane. Stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. It's funny though, y'all. I really do think that it's funny when I get on here and I talk about real content. People get real soft. This is how I know when I'm talking about something real sensitive, because people get on here and they get real sensitive, they get quiet. Because it's true though. Like I said, if I was on here and I was talking about popping somebody upside the head, slapping the taste out of their mouth, smoking a joint, smoking marijuana, this video will probably have 350,000 views. But I'm not going to do that. You know, if I can't take the heat, I'm going to stay out the kitchen, because I know that, to me, when people do stuff like that, this is just my opinion, that it's for attention. I'm not going to get on here and smoke weed and fighting people and cracking jokes and all that. I'm not going to do that. That's not my channel about. And if somebody get back on here cracking jokes on me, Hey, if I couldn't take the heat, I shouldn't have went in the kitchen. We gotta learn, like I said, stay in your lane. You gotta have boundaries. Come on, y'all. You gotta work on this right here. Like I remember I had I'm gonna use a story. I remember when I had to be about 15 years old, one of my sister's friends, when my sister used to have some fine ass friends, boy, when I was a teenager, they were fine. I remember this one chick, I ain't gonna name her name. I mean, I remember, man, she had a nice little butt. I ain't gonna lie. I went behind her and I grabbed that butt. Well, she tried to whoop my ass. If I couldn't take the heat, I shouldn't have went in the kitchen. I had it coming to me. I had no business. I was a kid. I touched her butt and all that right there, and she tried to whoop my ass. That's what I get. That's what I get. If you go rob a bank and you do 35, 40 years in the pen, that's on you. If you can't take the heat, y'all, a lot of us, we want to do the crime, but we're not willing to do the time. That's the thing I see in this world. That's what's wrong with this society. It's a consequence to everything we do, y'all. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, whether it's good or bad, there's consequences, guys, to everything that we do in this world. We have to be accounted for everything that we do. Everything that we do is going in Jesus' record book. Now, we can ask for repentance and forgiveness. He'll forgive you, but that's one thing I need people to understand. What's up, Alex? What you doing? Talking to my dog, y'all. What y'all need to understand, though, is just because God forgives you do not mean you will not be punished. I need you to understand that. If you go and molest a child or rape somebody or burn somebody's house down, a whole family, you can go to God and repent and ask for forgiveness, but it's still going to be a consequence to that. You can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that life sentence, don't commit the crime. It's just that simple. But a lot of us don't think like that, guys. But I know if the world, if more people was to think that way, the world would be a better place. We got to learn to think things out, guys, including myself. I'm far from perfect, but I've been in enough situations, and I've had karma, the same karma I've lashed out, I had happen to me. And that's another thing I need y'all to understand too. Your karma, whatever you do, it's not always the same consequences. You know, like if you go and slash somebody's tires or you steal somebody's money, somebody's wallet, and you see their ID on the ground, and you take their whole wallet and put it in your pocket, that don't mean the same thing gonna happen to you. Something else can happen to you. You could be driving and your car flip over and you could get paralyzed from the waist down. Your karma could be 5 or 10 times worse than theirs. Did y'all not know that? You didn't know that, did you? Your karma don't always have to match. I'm just letting you know that's how God works. Your karma don't always have to match what you did to somebody. Sometimes it could be something worse. You know, you could be driving down the road and have a blowout car spin around and flip up in the air. Lord forbid this happens to anybody, but I'm just saying. People don't think about these type of things. What if you're on your way to go over there and you over there get ready to mess around on your significant other, your wife or your boyfriend or your husband or whatever, and you get over there and your car won't start. You put that on yourself. Now you gotta pay the price. Now you over there stuck. Because you over there trying to creep. How you gonna explain that? How you gonna explain that tow truck bill? How you gonna explain that? Gotta think, y'all. Let's use our brain. Gotta think things out. You can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. If you don't want your partner or whatever cheating on you, don't cheat on them. Ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. Y'all keep trying to tell y'all that. Ain't no fun, when the rabbits got the gun. Meaning just what I just said. Meaning it's fun when you pointing the gun and committing a crime and stuff like that. But when the gun is pointed back at you, you ought to laugh and stop. Ain't no fun. See what I'm saying? Think about things, y'all. Think before we do things, y'all. You got to think, how would I feel if somebody done those things to me? How would I feel if somebody molested my daughter? You know what I'm saying? You molested somebody's daughter or you molested somebody's son. How would you feel if somebody molested your child? This is stuff that we got to think about, y'all. This is real stuff. I'm trying to tell you, man. This type of stuff will keep a lot of people out of a lot of trouble. Our actions, y'all, the things that we do, it'll keep us out of a lot of trouble. But a lot of us we just don't like to think things out. I talked about this last week. I was talking about a lot of people like to underthink situations. If we overthought situations, it'll keep us out of a lot of trouble. That's why I try to tell people I'd much rather overthink a situation. See, because when you overthink a situation, you overanalyze and you got time to think about it. But when you just up and do stuff with no thinking, it ain't another thing coming. I'm sorry about that. Y'all had a call coming in. If you don't think it's going to be no consequence or repercussion for whatever you do, you got another thing coming. Okay, I need you to know that. I need you to know that. But anyway, y'all, I'm done with this thing. I need y'all to do me a very serious favor. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button, okay? That way, when I drop these vids, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are the first to be notified. I can't be bought. I can't be replicated. I can't be duplicated. You will never find another content creator like me. Now, granted, like I say all the time, there's some great content creators out there, but none like me. You want to know why? Because I am cut from a different cloth. I'm cut from a different cloth, baby. I am cut from a different cloth. You don't like the content, stay out of the kitchen. That's another thing. Let me say this right here too. If you don't like my content, stay out of the kitchen. Stay out of the comment section. Don't get in here cracking jokes. You don't like it, stay out the kitchen. If I'm too harsh or too real, stay the hell off my page. What the hell you getting on here for? That's something else I need people to understand too. It makes people look real stupid when you get in the comment section cracking jokes. You look like the fool because at the end of the day, you just making me blow up. That's what you need to, what people, y'all gotta understand. When y'all post stuff on social media platform, content creators, think about it as it like this. I always tell people when they get on here and they start cracking jokes, I always tell them, thank you for making me great. Thank you for making me great. You look like the fool at the end of the day, because if you really don't like somebody, why the hell you all up in their comment section or their DM? Make it make sense. Yeah. Yeah. I know I stepped on toes, but by now you should know I don't give a damn. All right, y'all, I'm done with this thing, y'all. I'm done with this thing. I want y'all to bow your heads, close your eyes with me. For the sensitive ones too. All right, bow your heads. Love y'all. Bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord. Thank you for this day today, Lord. This day that was not promised, Lord, but you let us see it anyhow. Lord, we have to learn if we can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. Whatever you do in life, good or bad, there's going to be consequences for everything that we do. We're going to be accountable for everything we do. Even if we ask for forgiveness, there will be consequences. There will be consequences. Lord, give people the gift of discernment, meaning let people come to you today, Lord. Give them a sign so they don't have to be doing a bunch of stupid stuff. It's not going to keep us from sinning, but keep us from sinning less. Listen, y'all, I'm out of here like last year, y'all. Cook, boom, peace, bless. Peace.